In this review, we're going to take a look at the USB Dual PreAmp, and I'm using two very nice mics here. One is the Schoeps CMC64, and this large diaphragm mic, which is a Marshal MXL 4000. Now, of course, these are two mics that if there's any issue with the preamp, they're going to show it up right away. So first, I'm going to let you listen to the Schoeps, and this is the sound of my voice on the Schoeps. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, of course, the gold reference standard that I think I'm always going to use as far as mics are concerned. And now let's flip to the MXL. This is the MXL. This is a large diaphragm condenser. It has switchable patterns, a built-in pad, and low cut. It's a very nice economical mic. Let's take a look at the A.R.T USB preamp itself. It's physically well made. It's a extruded aluminum case. The knobs on it feel okay, even though they may not be the greatest. It's got dual XLR TRS inputs on the front, and these allow you to stick in either an XLR cable or a 1/4-inch cable. This works great with an electric guitar, and yes, I did personally test that out. It works fine. On the back, it actually has two 1/4-inch TRS outputs. These outputs are line level, and you can use this unit simply as a pure preamp. You don't even have to use the USB functionality. In fact, it has a very cool built-in 9-volt battery compartment in case you just need to power up a mic somewhere, like on a stage, you don't have phantom power or whatever. You can use this purely as a phantom power source. You can use it as a preamp, or you can use it as the intended USB interface. So it's a very flexible little item to add to your selection of gear. So how is the sound quality? Well, you're listening to me right now on two different mics, and I think it's very quiet. The unit is limited to about 48 dB of gain, but in practical use, I found that's just fine. If you're using a decent quality mic with reasonable level of sensitivity, this just isn't an issue. A very cool feature of this unit, in fact, the main reason that I bought it was that I could phantom power a mic. Obviously, both of these mics require phantom power. The unit's sampling rate is 32K, 44.1, or 48K, but it's limited to 16 bits. The input level controls are slightly twitchy between the 40 and 48 dB range, and I find all of a sudden it just kicks in once you go past 40, but in reality, I'm probably sitting right at about 40 for most mics anyway. Certainly in an application like this, I'm not cranking the gain up. It does have a pair of LED indicators on the front. Now, these LED indicators are a little bit funny. Normally, if you've got a green LED on a channel input, it's indicating it may be minus 20 dB to say you've basically got a healthy signal coming in. On this unit, it's a little bit different. It kicks in at about minus 10 dB. So it's very close to the top end. And if you see the red LED kicking on, well, I promise you've just clipped. This particular unit does not have any sort of compression or input limiting, so you have to set your levels carefully. Now, there is a slightly more expensive tube version of this unit that has a built-in compressor, which should give you some input limiting and protect you from clipping out. The unit will power off a USB, 12 volts, or an internal 9-volt battery, making it very easy to power this unit up. As a USB interface, I'm using Adobe Audition in the background right now to actually do the recording, and it works fine. It also worked with Premiere Pro, used it for doing some quick voiceovers on a few videos, so I'm really pretty thrilled with this unit because it just works. I didn't have to install any drivers with it. I plugged it in, basically told which application I was using to use the hardware, and that was it. I was off and running. So it's about as simple as it gets, and really what you'd expect in a really nice, clean, basic USB audio interface. As far as the preamps are concerned, they're very quiet. The noise floor is very low. I don't have any problem with it, certainly not for the price. Now, would it be nice if the unit had some kind of input limiting? But hey, they had to pick their compromises in building this unit for the price point they hit, which is just ridiculously cheap. So there you go. This is really a great basic USB input-output device. It's a preamp, it'll give you phantom power, it has a variety of powering options, it sounds really good, you can certainly plug a good mic into it and get very good results out of it, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get those good results.